dividing my time to divide both of the minds. Not in the sense of ownership like when they say that one's mine. You gotta open your mind so it can open your eyes. Ain't no promoting that opening cause I'm noticing potent. As if epiphany's hitting me cause I'm speaking unholy. They're chasing diamonds and rollers, they chasing Rarries and Rovers. Made it my business to focus, make it your business to focus. Cause if you know this, you're not alone if you are devoted. We're about that action, but we're in control. No, we're not reacting. My name is Darian Tucker.
Hello, good evening, and my name is Dushawn Dotson.
And we are Civilized Eyes, a streaming podcast that is established to educate and guide the public to understanding blindness and blind related subjects that will provide independence for the blind communities. Please help us reach out to the community through this weekly podcast. Go tell your families and friends about us. You can find us on YouTube for those that are watching through Facebook by searching us on YouTube by typing in Civilized Eye Podcast into your search edit box. Make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on, go to current notification settings and make sure you put all if you wish to be quick to receive updates for our latest shows and our live, broadcast. All right, Dushawn, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. You got to do better than that.
I'm doing
All right, that's what it's all about, man. Just finding excitement in our
yeah.
days, even though, it kind of feel gloomy, but anyway, sometimes we just got to go with the gloom because maybe that's the way we're supposed to feel for that season. But there's hope for better seasons coming forth. All right, we have, as y'all can see, probably on Facebook and probably on YouTube as well. We're going to be talking about the virtual resources and services for the blind. Oh, Dushawn, this sound kind of like an interesting topic, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I repeat. Sorry, I got.
Yeah. So, yeah, you using your voiceover, right? You using your voiceover, aren't you? While you talking?
Okay.
Huh?
Give me repeat that. Had to turn my voice over off.
Oh yeah, because when you use your voiceover, it kind of gives some feedback. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I said, that I was telling everybody that the things we're going to be touching on today is
Mm-hmm.
virtual resources and services for the blind. Um,
Yes.
yeah, it's very critical that we make our minds aware of the blind community and also the sighted community that deals with the blind of these virtual resources and services for the blind, because these services and resources will provide, help provide an independence for those that are in the blind community. For those that are sighted, this is a good time for you to become, acquaint yourselves and make yourselves aware of the virtual resources and services for the blind, so you can, be a helping hand to help the blind, uh, you know, be able to do things without always depending on
Yeah.
others. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Doing others. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
You want to add something to that I probably haven't touched on?
No, you pretty much touched on everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's just a general idea
Mm-hmm.
of what the topic is about and why we are presenting this topic. Um, uh, Announcements. Do we have an announcement?
No, I don't have any announcements for today.
Okay. Yeah. So we just welcome the audience. We're glad that y'all are tuning in and joining.
Mm-hmm.
We got a pretty good. We kind of we kind of got it. We got a you know, not that much of a foot in the history of YouTube podcast, but we've been doing the podcasting for like 6 months now, if I'm not mistaken. But on each of our videos, we try to really, stump down on the dependence thing. You know, Now just to clear up the misconceptions, it's not like we got some type of ego where we just want to be super independent. Nah, but we know there's some things we can't do. But the things we can do, we would like to do those things independently.
Most
Um,
definitely.
yeah, so there's a lot of people and minds out there that believe that um, you
That we
know,
are undoing things, for ourselves, and that we are totally dependent upon them.
yeah, or
But
that we kind of hate them too
yeah,
because we don't want them to help us, but that's not true.
hmm
Uh,
it,
you know, we want we want we want you to help us. We want
it
you to help
isn't.
us get
It's more.
independent.
Yeah, yeah. It's more. We don't want for y'all. We don't want for people to do everything for us. We want to be able to do things for ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. Because do you understand what that feels like to not be able to do things for yourself?
Mhm.
When there's opportunities and possibilities out here that new technology that is saying now you can do it for yourself. In the past, those who blind couldn't do this now, but now there's an option, but it's shut down. You know what I mean? I mean, people just not aware. It's not shut down. And for the blind community, I mean, we need to understand that the sighted community does not fully know and are not fully aware of the things that we know about blindness and about blind
Mhm.
related subjects. So I mean, for those that are, because they might be getting that attitude from other blind people that are like really giving like negative attitude. Um, you know, when they say, "Oh no, fully independent, don't need your help." I mean, we need to understand as a blind community that the sighted community doesn't always know about blindness and blind related subjects. They have to be taught about this. So it's kind of like an integrated uh, work that needs to be done on both the blind spectrum
Yeah.
and on the sighted side. You have anything, babe?
No, no, no. I'm just agreeing with you because you're absolutely right. It has to be, I guess, like a compromise.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say no.
Not.
Maybe that it may be, but we don't know. That could be anything. But you know what I'm saying? It may
It has
be
to
though.
be mutual understanding.
Yeah, have to be a mutual understanding. Yeah, both sides must have to understand on a on a yeah on a mutual level.
Hmm
Don't want to give no misunderstandings on this podcast. So all about trying to clear up what's not known,
hmm
on both sides.
Most definitely.
Um, what pop topics do you have for the podcast today? What do
Um,
we have for the pop topics?
mhm.
Maybe like now what I've been looking into was this I've been looking into like this website, um,
Mhm,
but that can come up in like the part of where we're going to go into like the virtual resources and services for the blind. So that's not a pop topic. I mean, it's just a pop topic. Pop topics are not always centered around blindness because, we in our like code of physique, we
mhm,
say, we try to we want to reduce and eliminate misconceptions to promote independence for the blind, uh, and bring the sighted community to
mhm,
our platform where they can understand, blindness and everything. But, it's not just limited to those items. We talk
mhm,
about other things too. And
mhm,
we from time to time have guests come on and
mhm,
we just We just get in here and talk. And it could be about anything. It's just blind individuals
Mhm.
that have experienced blindness for like, this is our reality now, and we just get in
Mhm.
here to talk about things.
Yeah.
But the pop topic is psychology. How many of y'all know about
Yeah.
psychology? Babe,
You know about psychology. I'm curious to know what you know.
so what do you like? What comes to your mind when you hear the word
Uh,
psychology?
because are you not going to school to become a psychologist?
I am, but that wasn't the question.
I'm curious
Yeah.
to know what you know and what you're looking forward to learning, and what are your
Okay.
thoughts?
Okay. Psychology, guys. When I
Hmm.
first heard psychology,
Hmm.
since you don't want to answer the question, okay. All right. I see what you're doing.
I think no, I see what you're doing. You want to make this about you?
I need some music in order to explain psychology to everyone. So, psychology, everybody, it's a science.
Hmm.
It's a social science, and what psychology is, it is the scientific study of the mind and behavior of human beings, ourselves. So, psychology was it first became an academic discipline in the early 19th century, in the 1800s, by this guy named one, Wilhelm one, something like that. Some guy named one and another guy named William James. So it's so many subdivisions of psychology that you know so many people from different fields had to come into this study just to really complete the experiments to get the findings on and new discoveries about how what influence our minds to think the way they do and our behaviors that is the outcome of our mental processes that we go through in different situations. One of the interesting things is that psychology, you know, presents to me is that everything influences our mind and behavior, and our mind, the way we think and the way we behave, is just so complex, and our mind is more complex than the universe itself. That's really intriguing to me. But comment below, if you know something about psychology. What did you know about psychology? What did you see psychology before um, you began to read up on it, or before someone, before I told you a couple of things of what it's about? Um, well, yeah, so that's the pop topic. All right, so now let's get into the core of our podcast. What virtual resources and services for the blind, babe? I'm gonna let you give some virtual resources that you use and that you know
Oh,
others use.
so, so one of the virtual resources. Okay, so um, it's so funny. I use something called uh, like Seeing AI. I have a Seeing AI. I use Seeing AI. That's one source I use to, and Seeing AI is it's an app that comes on your iPhone. On for
Yeah.
Android, it's called. I never had an Android. But do you mind telling us what that's called for the
Oh, it's
Android?
Google Lookout. Google Lookout. Look that up in
Hmm.
the Play Store. It works just like Seeing AI app. What does Seeing AI and Google Lookout do?
Well, Seeing AI and Google, which by the way I've never had, but anyway, Seeing AI. it what it does is it's able to read print. Also, it also identifies things for you, like for example colors. With seeing AI though, it's able to you have to tell me if Google Lookout does this, but with seeing AI it's able to
Okay,
identify.
I get Google Lookout. I'll let you do CNAI.
Okay, thank you, because I don't know anything about Google Lookout. So yeah, with seeing AI, you can like take pictures of people, and it will identify the people that's in the picture. What else is there? Seeing AI does. Seeing AI is just a really, really, really good app. I really do like seeing AI.
Can I borrow your headphones?
Yeah.
I need-
Hold on,
But
everybody. My brother
yeah.
want my headphone. I knew he was coming. All right,
Hey,
so yeah, she said, "Hey,
Oh,
do something."
hey, Deshaun.
hey, that's all.
Can't see that, boy.
All right, he all in
Okay.
the camera.
Hey,
All
that's
right,
all.
so here we go.
I,
Google Lookout is a
mm-hmm.
Android version,
Mm-hmm.
similar to saying AI. By the way, y'all, these are apps that you can download on your phone. Seeing AI is for the iPhone, and
Yep.
Google Lookout is for the Android phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so the apps are programmed into your phone after you download them, and it's gonna
Mm,
ask you. It's gonna a dialog box after you download it and open it. Dialog box will pop up asking for permission to access your microphone, your camera. Make sure you go ahead and do that, because if you don't, then you can't use the app basically. Seeing AI, Google Lookout will help you to identify currency. It will
yep.
help
Oh,
you read, like my beautiful queen has stated. It will help you to read printed
yes.
printed paper with printed
Mm-hmm.
text.
Yep.
If you're blind, oh, I can't read. Yes, you can. Just download Send AI, Google Lookout, depending on whatever phone you have. Point it,
Mm-hmm.
open it up, allow the access. You know, and at the bottom right screen, you could change the setting. What do you want it to read? Document, read short text, read currency, color, whatever it is. Once you
Yep.
set it to a specific setting that you wanted to be at, you just point your camera at whatever the item is,
Mm-hmm.
and Sting AI will automatically, you know,
Identify.
try to process the
Mm-hmm.
object and read it to you out loud. Same
Mm-hmm.
thing with Google Lookout. Google
Yes.
Lookout again is for the Android. Seeing AI is for
It's
the
the
iPhone.
yes.
hmm give them our number, babe, in case they need help with like going on their phones and their apps to try to get these things.
I don't know the number. You give them the number.
Yes, yeah. So if y'all run into any problems and need help, y'all can just give us a call 877-990-1145. Again, that's 877-990. Hit us up. Now I'm just playing. It's 1145. Those last four digits. All right. And our email, the email.
And to reach Darian Tucker, you can press the
No.
number one. Yeah.
Oh.
And the,
I didn't know what you were doing. Okay, this
yeah.
for the phone line, y'all. After y'all dial, go ahead, baby.
So yeah, after you dial that number, then you could dial number one for Darian Tucker. You dial the number two for me, Dushawn Dotson, and then you also you can press the number three for Cabra Bruce, who is not here with us on the podcast this evening. Hopefully he'll be able to come on with us next Sunday, this coming Sunday. But yeah, or whenever the next time we go on, because sometimes we just decide to pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Can you hear me
yeah,
well, babe?
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Like she
um,
said, Civilized Eyes Podcast at gmail.com is our email. Let us know if y'all need help with acquiring those apps that we just mentioned. What are some more virtual resources?
another resource that I just started using not too long ago was Be My Eyes. Be My Eyes.
Okay,
That's a
tell us about Be My Eyes. Can we do that on
with
both Android and iPhone?
um. I know you could do it on iPhone. I don't know anything about Android.
Oh yeah, yeah, y'all can do it on Android too.
Oh, really? No, I'm only joking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, you could do it on Android from what I'm hearing. I don't know. But no, but yeah, with the iPhone though, well, with both Android and iPhone, what you do is you download the Be My Eyes app, and then and then you can there are settings that you can go to where you can request for someone who can wait, babe, what are the settings? Because I
Uh,
always go to volunteer.
oh, at like soon as you download it, I mean, you ain't
Mm.
got to sign up or nothing. I mean, it's just soon as you download it, you know,
But
and you open
but
it up, it's gonna say the first, like the second or first button, gonna say call a volunteer, and you can go
yeah,
ahead and go ahead and call them instantly. You ain't gotta create no account, sign up or nothing. All you just do is just dial. I mean, just press call and volunteer, and
and then
it's gonna call
pop-
for assistance for somebody, for somebody to help you. All right, babe.
yeah, yeah, and then someone pops up on the screen, and then they ask you, hey, what do you need help with? They don't say it like that, but so but at any events, and then they you tell them what it is that you need, help with for them from them for, and that's when they'll assist you. Like for example, myself, I had needed assistance with reading my wash machine, and the person, she jumped on the screen and then she told me all the settings that were on the washing machine. Then we got disconnected. My call dropped. So then I had to call them back, and I got a totally different person. And that person, they continued on where that first person left off, and they read to the rest of the washing machine off to me as well. Then I called. Then I was thinking, I'm like, dang, this was cool. Let me call him up again. I called them up again. I got a third person, totally different person. I had them read to me my dryer. So yeah, you can call up as many times as you like for assistance, and they'll help you. And by the way, these are all volunteers. They tell you that in the beginning.
Um,
Yeah.
is Russia over there?
Uh, no, Russia is
I
not
thought
over
I
here.
heard some ambulances and stuff.
No, no, that is
Or is
right.
that over here where I am? Hold on,
No,
let me check. Hold on, let me check out this window real quick.
stop playing. No, that was the washer and dryer. My
Hey,
washer and
I ain't ready for war right now.
dryer.
Uh, but yeah, what we was talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about
Oh, this.
what we was.
What
I don't know what we. I'm sorry.
we talking about resources.
Oh
Um,
yeah, oh yeah. So you was
you
talking
fine.
about Be My Eyes. Yeah, Be My Eyes.
Mhm.
They they helped me change the
Mhm.
temperature on the thermostat. Right, the thermostat here is digital, but it
Mhm.
does have buttons on it, and I couldn't tell whether or not the heat was on or the air was on. So I pulled out my phone. I mean, I was the only one here. Like, man, something got to shake because I can't, And I said, man, Be My Eyes. Oh yeah, pull my iPhone out, unlock it, and tell Siri to call a volunteer. You can set up shortcuts to do that too. You could just tell Siri to call a volunteer through Be My Eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, and then
I,
I mean, I ain't because it's an AI. It's not no real person, y'all. So
yeah.
it hit up Be My Eyes. Be My Eyes popped up. Boom, boom. It said waiting, trying to find someone. They come on. I said,
Mhm.
Can you see that? They said no. I'm like, oh, got my thumb on the camera. I pull my thumb out of the camera and then
My goodness.
I pointed the phone at the thermostat and they said, oh, what do you want? I'm like, I'm trying to turn the heat on. And
Mhm.
they were saying like the heat is already on. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to turn it up. And they were like, there's like four buttons on there.
Mhm.
Could you pull the camera back a little bit? Okay, yeah, just like that. Okay, so yeah, I see the minus button that turns it down, and then you got the mode button which changes it from heat to air to off. Then you got the other button that just tells when you press it, it tells you the time,
Mhm.
and then the other button is got a plus symbol on it which turns the heat or the air up. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm press the fourth button. Boom, boom, boom. Turns it up 3 notches. Like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, it's turned up. Okay. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Appreciate
Mhm.
you.
Mhm.
Later.
At that time when I was over there. Remember?
Was that when I did it? Probably was. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, that was my dad
Yeah.
then. I hit him up on FaceTime.
Oh.
I didn't really know about Be My Eyes then.
Yeah.
But
Yes, you
yeah.
did.
I probably did.
Yeah.
It wasn't in my mind though.
My-
I didn't think
mm.
about it at the time. Um Yeah, so that's Be My Eyes. Another virtual resource is, I mean, I've heard a lot of people like, I have a computer. This in the blind community. I have a computer, you know. I was like that too. My
Mhm.
dad had a computer and my brother had a computer. And
Mhm.
we'd be like, don't I mean we were like, man, I want Jaws. I want to have a screen reader too. When people was
Mhm.
telling me, I was like, I want to have a screen reader too, but they was telling me the price of the screen reader, and
Mm.
it was how much was it? How much is it?
I don't even know. Too much for my pockets.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much for mine too. It like what, $2,000? Just
Yeah.
for a screen reader, and
Mhm.
I mean,
Doesn't
you
the
got
light?
it, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just too much. It just costs too much.
So yeah, I'm like mad. I'm like, well, I went mad. I was just messing with it. I was like, man, how I'm gonna get me a screen reader, man? I gotta have a screen reader. Certain things you
Mm.
just can't do without a computer. Like,
Mm.
you gotta, some applications you can't fill out on your phone. You gotta get on a PC. So
Mhm.
it's some things you can't sign, you can't edit virtual, electronic applications and sign them like you can, accessibly like you can on a computer with a screen reader. Uh,
But
but
unfortunately, with the accessible screen readers and whatnot, you still can't really do it because the websites aren't accessible.
yeah, some websites out there are still inaccessible.
Yeah.
That we need to like pinpoint and try to, help them become accessible. Because like again, they probably just isn't aware of, how their page should be, as what accessible looks like for
Hmm.
websites. We're
Yeah.
gonna get in a lot of that too on here.
Okay.
But this gonna be a real informative podcast here. Uh,
Hmm.
and what we didn't touch on, we'll touch on in another podcast. But
Yeah.
the screen, like for those that was like us, looking for a screen reader, but you didn't have the money and you wasn't like set up with Vote Rehab yet, which is a rehabilitation agency that helps people with disabilities get back to work. They'll purchase equipment for you. They'll
Hmm.
purchase education for you so you can get everything that you need to get back employed.
Hmm.
Um, you know what I'm
Or
saying?
school.
But you can get a free screen reader by going to nvaccess.org. And this screen reader is called NVDA, non-visual desktop access. Uh, if you got a computer, all you just do is go to nvaccess.org. scroll down the page until you get to the download button and then click download. There's going to
Mhm.
be a dialog box that pop up on your screen, and you just follow the prompts. And
Mhm.
once it's finished downloading, you open it up, open the app up, and NVDA will turn on. It's gonna be like doo doo doo, and then it's gonna.
What's that?
I said, "What's
That's
you
gonna
laughing
be?
at? What's so funny?"
What's what is it gonna be like?
No, 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 no. She like that. All right, then it's a dialogue box gonna show up, asking how you like to set it up, your preferences.
Mhm.
Now, this is very important. When you
What's
download this screen reader,
mhm.
automatically all screen readers want to assign to your keyboard a like a home key for the specific screen reader you're using. Like JAWS assigns your cap. If you got a laptop, JAWS assigns your caps lock key to be the JAWS key. It's the same thing with NVDA. If you got a laptop, NVDA recommends that you choose laptop layout so it can assign your caps lock key to be the NVDA key. It's very important. You're gonna be using that key a lot to read the title of the screen that you're on. Cause just say you had went and got a meal with your family, and you come back to the computer, you open it up, and you like, I'm blind. I can't see the screen. I don't know where I am. Well, um, with screen readers, you're going to be taught. Well, you need to learn a lot of the shortcuts that the screen reader offers you, so you can find stuff like that out. And most of the time, you hit the home, that the JAWS key or the NVDA key, which is going to be the caps lock key for the laptop, and you
Mhm.
press that in combination with the letter T, and it reads the title of your screen. T
Yeah.
stands for title, and this where you remember this, babe?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, you press the caps lock T and it reads like as you just said. You press the caps lock T. I mean the caps lock button, which is the jaw. Well, for me, being that I have the JAWS program, it would be the caps lock key would be my JAWS key, and then as you said, the letter T that would be the title, and it read the title of which screen I'm on.
Right, and then you could just tell, like, I mean, you then that'll tell you where to go from there. It's kind of
It,
like it's like on them training too, because in
yeah.
on them training, you try to find out where you are. Okay, where am I? If I
Mm-hmm.
could just know where I am, I could find out where I want to go
Mm-hmm.
or where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so make sure you choose what layout you have, either desktop or laptop. Layout. Oh man, talking is tiring. Man, we might have to get y'all the other resources later, cause
Yeah.
nah, we gonna get y'all a few more. Do you yeah? So now
Mm-hmm.
there's another virtual resource that you
Which,
all can go and get if y'all download the screen reader and y'all find out like, man, I don't download this screen reader, Dushan and Mr. Tucker. And I don't know what key is space, control, okay. I don't know none of that. I need help with typing. Well,
mm-hmm.
you come to the right place because we know which programs, the virtual resources that can help you get these programs. A teaching typing program,
Yep, a typing tutor.
a typing tutor. It's gonna talk back to you and everything. It's gonna say, "Welcome, such and such. It's been a while since I seen you. Uh, welcome back. Go ahead and press the space bar and let's begin your typing skills."
Mm-hmm.
You press the space bar. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you can press any key, right? It's gonna be like, oh no, that's not it. Oh, that's not it. Just press your key. It's gonna let you know. Oh, right there, right there. Oh, you good, man. You good. You're gonna be on your way. This and this program is called Fun with Typeability. Other programs like Tipio and other things like that, type of tutor. I mean, I haven't had any experience. I don't really well Tipio I have, but teacher type of tutor, I haven't really had any experience with that. But I do have experience with Tipio and Fun with Typeability. And the most lovely Dusan has had experience with Tipio as well. Um, Fun with Typeability is kind of like if you want to if you want to do a quality scale on both Fun with Typeability and Tipio, Fun with Typeability would be the best bet for you if you're going for the quality. If not, then you can get Tipio in like a bundle package by purchasing a computer from Computers for the Blind. I mean, I recommend you buy a computer from Computers for the Blind anyway, because it got JAWS on there, and
Yep.
Microsoft, and
Yep.
Excel, and
Yep.
PowerPoint, and
Yep.
Zoom text, and
Yes.
bundle training packages that would teach you how to use all of those apps. Acrobat DC Reader. It's just
Yep.
so much in that package, and you need
Sure.
to get it.
Absolutely.
Oh, let's see if we got some comments.
Mhm.
While I'm doing this, most lovely Dushan, I
Yes.
will let you talk more about the typing program that you have experienced, and also go into a little bit about computers for the blind, because now we're moving on into services, everybody. Oh, fun with typeability. Oh, how you get that? What you do is you search it on Google or whatever. It's FUN space typeability. That's TYPEABILITY. Fun with typeability. It should pop up, and the first search result that's up there, that's what you probably should click. And there should be an option on that website as well, like the NV Access, for you to download the software. All right, babe, you good?
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I was looking forward to going into the Braille topic,
Oh,
hot topic.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I remember. Well, for me, my experience with Braille, it didn't start out that great. It did not start out that great at all. I refused to learn how to read Braille. I did not want to touch Braille. Anytime my mother would say, "Deshaun, go read the Braille," I would throw my Braille book underneath my bed and go to sleep. I hated Braille. Moving forward, years later, I moved down here to Georgia, and I become involved with the hold on, with the National Federation of the Blind, which then after that, I then I became affiliated with the National Federation of the Blind, and then somehow I ended up becoming a student of Hadley School for the Blind, which is a virtual which is a virtual school course of which you can take. And the course of I'm taking, or I took rather, is Braille. I took Braille, and I
I
love
did
it.
too.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Darian did as well. Yes, we are both Braille. I'm sorry, there. We are both Braille readers. Yes, we are both Braille readers, and we read Braille to each other every day to sharpen up our skills and make sure that we don't lose them and everything. Because that saying, if you don't use what is it? If you don't use it, you lose it. That saying is very, very, very true. Very true, because I've kind of lost a little bit of my Braille skills, which is the reason why Mr. Tucker and we read Braille each and every day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
What I mean, like y'all
yeah,
know how
but,
when we was, I
but
mean, those that were sighted and are sighted, You know how y'all are taught in kindergarten your ABCs, threes,
Mm-hmm.
D's, and EFGs, and grammar rules. Once you get to like what middle school or high school, or
Uh,
maybe the third
yeah,
grade.
yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah,
period, exclamation mark. Now,
yeah.
when you're born blind, and it's not
Wait,
braille, huh?
can't, we can't speak too much on if you're born blind because we weren't born blind. Anyway,
No, no,
continue.
we can speak on it
Oh, okay.
because yeah. So if you're born blind, that means you have never seen A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P, and when it's taught spoken to you, how can you relate with that?
Mm-hmm. How can you?
And when you say, "Oh, put a," I mean, "Oh, there's a period there on the board after the D." I mean, how can I relate to that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
how can?
can't try to teach that to me visually. You have to use something else, and that's Braille.
Mm-hmm.
And we need
Be,
equal education. So Braille will be that alternative to teach the blind ABCD and grammar rules and literacy and and everything, all that. So Braille is really critical. I mean, you may think, oh, we got audio. These are mostly. This is mostly. Now, don't quote me on this, but I hear a lot of people that have just recently went blind say this. See, they got a visual already of the alphabet and periods and stuff.
mm-hmm.
So it's easy for them to say, "Oh, we don't need Braille." I mean, we got all this audio and stuff like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, but see, here's the thing that's not good about depending solely on audio. Audio, it breaks, it god forbid, it breaks down. Audio doesn't always work. And what about like for like, because I've been in this before in like those old buildings, the ones that aren't up to date with audio, with the technology and whatnot, or in like old buildings where there aren't any. I've been in this an old, no, it's like two or three old buildings where they don't even have elevators,
Hmm.
but they have like the braille on the walls and whatnot. I've been in I've
Yeah, they
been in
got
the
a.
building.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, yeah, they got Braille
Hmm.
on the elevators, like in hotels and colleges and
Yeah,
schools.
yeah. What about the buildings that don't have audio? You know how like when you go into like these modern day buildings and it says third floor going up, fifth floor going down.
Oh yeah,
You know
that'd
when
be good if they had that though, for real though.
yeah, yeah, but what
Along with
about
the Braille though.
yeah, yeah, and there are buildings that do have that along with the braille. But what about those buildings that don't have the audio, that don't have the speaking, whatever, elevators and whatnot? How when you come off the elevator, how are you gonna know what floor you're getting off on if you don't know braille?
Okay, so how can our
Yeah.
audience go and learn Braille?
Okay. So how one source that our audience can do is they can go um they can go and sign up for Hadley School for the Blind. I don't know if any and everyone can sign up, so I can't really speak too much on that. But I know that that you can go and sign up for Hadley School for the Blind, because as a matter of fact I recommended about a good three or four people to sign up through Hadley School for the Blind. You being one, Darren.
Yeah. You
Hmm.
you call me Darian. All right, so yeah, I just messing
Yeah.
with you. But anyway,
Oh.
yeah, she convinced me to
Mhm.
do the Hadley, and
Mhm.
I was already learning Braille, UEB Braille when I was in the hood college. Uh, some of y'all might not know what that is, but you'll figure it out later. But yeah, so I already had like 6 months of Braille teaching. I taught myself. Oh, did you teach yourself and you didn't know Braille? I'm sorry, that was somebody's thoughts. What I did was I got a UEB Braille book, and I found a friend who had sight, and I told him to read the book to me, not in his own way, but read it literally how it's presented. And I offered to give, you know, uh, after offer pay to him, and he didn't accept pay. He said, I'm gonna just do it to you, and I can learn something too." So I didn't have any Braille like workbooks where I could just practice Braille. It was all verbally taught to me. It was all verbally taught to me. But and keep in mind that I wasn't always blind. So I had some visual of the alphabet ABCD 1, 2, 3 in my mind. For the blind, for those that are born blind, for those that have never seen the alphabet in the numbers, um, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody who's listening to this podcast that have never seen the alphabet or letters, you know, visually. Uh, but for myself, if I didn't have visual of that, I would have to have like Braille to link to that letter A and B and C D that I've never seen before. I need my own alphabet. Well, not my own alphabet, like my own code to understand the alphabet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
but yeah, you convinced me to, but I had to go back and get teaching to Hadley. I'm glad you did that because
You're
I
welcome.
learned some new like reading techniques, so I can read, you know, without not reading just one letter at a time, but reading a whole Braille word and sentence without stopping, and reading columns and tables and lists, and reading like I can read a whole Braille book, not just reading notes. I could read a whole book on spoonerism, psychology, biology. I could feel the commas, the question marks, the exclamation marks, the attack when the word is italic, when a word is bold, numbers, fractions, plus signs, minus signs, equal signs, division signs, grade one indicators that indicate that letters are not numbers, because in algebra you use letters and numbers in combination to create an equation like 25 plus x, or 25x plus 38 equals 123. And Braille, that would kind of be there will be indicators to try to tell you which is the number and which is the X, so you don't get confused. I can tell all of that when I read Braille, based by getting the skills, going through the class course. Um, you can go anywhere and get this training. The NFB also as well. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this, baby. I'm gonna hand it back over to you. The NFB as well teaches Braille. They got resources up on their website, nfb.org. And you just go to Braille resources or just Braille. Uh, and once it's on there, lessons that you can have. You can just click and read it through PDF, or you can have the Braille books, workbook sent to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never went through the NFB. I'm gonna go try after this. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tell them like after they get the like Braille teaching skills. how to
Mm-hmm.
read and write Braille.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, now, for someone they might be like, okay, I know how to read, I know how to write Braille. I
Yeah.
don't want to read these
They
workbooks and manuals no more.
they
But
can apply. They can apply to their daily living skills, their daily living activities and whatnot. Like they can apply it to a job, to work. They can apply it just to anything. Once you learn how to read, you learn how to read. You know how to read everything. Read a
what
magazine,
where did you
book,
get where did you
school.
get your books from? Like your Braille books,
My Braille books. I
not
got
like the
my Braille.
workbooks that teach you how to read and write Braille, but like leisure books
Oh,
that you will
I,
read.
I received my Braille books from uh oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on the name of that school. It's in, is it Ohio?
Nah, Utah.
Utah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. There's a library in Utah. I called up to that library and I had them send some books to my home, and yeah, I read books that way through them. Also, if I'm not mistaken, you can also go through. Well, here in Georgia, we have a library called Glass, which is Georgia Library for Accessible Services. I forget what it's abbreviated for, but basically, it's a library for people who are blind. I want to say physically handicapped, but yeah, my apologies, y'all, because I know that there are librarians and whatnot who are probably more likely watching this right now. But yeah, because I don't really so much go through Glass anymore to receive books because I use my phone. Um because they have something called Bard Mobile, which is really cool. I really like Bard. So yeah. And that's
Yeah.
it. Hmm.
All right, guys, and we just want to thank you all for coming out. Go ahead and close it out.
Yes, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Um love you all. Appreciate you all for for just tuning in. And we hope to see y'all again next Sunday. Have a joy. Great week.
Give them our contact information and
Okay.
like and
So
share and all that.
yeah. So yes. If so yeah, y'all can like and um share this podcast and other podcasts prior to this one by going to Civilized Eyes Podcast on YouTube. Spell Civili. I'm drawing the blank.
Civilized.
Yeah, Zed, um, EY,
Es.
Yeah, that's what I said. ESPODCAST. Civilized Eyes Podcast, and also the same name, Civilized Eyes Podcast, um, is our Cash App, and also we have a LinkedIn, which is also Civilized Eyes. So we're just Civilized Eyes all over.
And yeah, the $ Cap C on the Civilized Eyes podcast.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
the phone number, y'all can reach us at 877-990-1145. Number one to reach me. Press one to reach me.
Number 2 to reach me, and 3 to reach Gabriel Bruce. Gabriel Bruce, who isn't with us, but hopefully he'll be with us come next day.
Oh, we live on YouTube? I don't even know.
I don't know either.
But
I don't know where we're live.
Yeah, so
Bye.
we live on Facebook. I seen it on your Facebook page. Um, yeah, but that's it though, guys. Thank y'all for watching, and
Yeah.
we are Audi 5,000.
We still say that?
Don't judge me. See you later.
No, because Tiomara, she.
Huh? What you say? I was saying to get ready out here.
No, Tiomara was telling me that they don't say, lit. She was telling me that they don't say, wait, what's that, Tiomara? Someone's telling me that they don't say lit anymore. I'm like, okay. I don't know what the new terms or slang terms or whatever words are these days.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk about this on the out because we probably done went over an hour. Thank you all. Like and share and subscribe. Share this with your families and friends.
Have a good evening, everyone. See you later.
I divided my time to divide both of the minds. Not in the sense of owning shit like when they say that one's mine. You gotta open your mind so it can open your eyes. And I'm promoting that opening cause I'm noticing potent. As if epiphany's hitting me cause I'm speaking unholy. They're chasing diamonds and rollers, they chasing Rarries and Rovers. Ain't in my business to focus, make it your business to focus. Cause if you know this, you're not alone if you are devoted. We're about that action, but we're in control, no, we're not reacting.